very respectfully, but again, very bluntly as well, I think it's a problem. I think that Air Canada is yes, a private company, but not like any other one. So I think Quebecers are expecting, speeches and information in both official languages. We have that when we look at the different services that Air Canada provides, but with
languages.
Yes, of course. But in these special and very sad circumstances, I think that Quebecers could have expected a bilingual message from the CEO of Air Canada.
Why it was so important? Because some people would say it was very dramatic. So having this debate now,
but it's important because Canada is a bilingual country. That's it. And so I think we're totally in our right to expect that. And we haven't seen, a huge improvement of his proficiency in French, and it hurts Quebecers. So I'm not asking for anything specific, but I think that Air Canada should be providing some kind of a game plan as to how we are going to regain the confidence on Quebecers on that issue.
You should have learned by now that in Quebec it's in French. And it's a bit disrespect to all Quebec community to have a speech only in English. He should have learned by now. So he's responsible for his own action. He should do a greater effort to show more respect to Quebec.
After the amount of years that have passed from this last where it kind of came out that he can't speak French, do you think he should have learned French by now, or have been,
Quebecers are pretty open about the level of French you're having. You can be a very accessible French. You can do errors. People in Quebec are not always wanting a perfect French to feel respected. So you should just try more, be better, and it's going to be okay.
I think that it is sad, actually, that people noted the lack of consideration for the French people in Quebec in that message, because it's a sad moment. And we would have expected at that moment...
You also said that it's not a good timing to discuss about this.
So, yes, absolutely. But we're not the one who brought that news either. Some people noted that after 5 years, he didn't care to learn enough French to, at a moment so important that people would have expected him to speak in their language at that moment, that he couldn't do it. We were not expecting that, and I think it's sad because obviously the most important thing here is what happened in New York and the message that was sent. However, we cannot bypass or forget what is happening. Starting a message that was so important with a bonjour and ending up with a merci as the only care that we have to speak in the language of the people in Quebec, in their language, is unacceptable, frankly, but it's a testimony of his desire to learn French, the effort that is really to made in doing so, considering what we've seen 5 years ago. He would have had time to do it. So what we see there is a testimony of the preoccupation people have for French language, Quebec culture in Canada in this situation. We have other preoccupation. We've seen Radio-Canada show this morning that there is nobody writing Mr. Carney's speeches that speak French, that are aware of that sensitivity in Quebec, of our cultural reality. That all goes together in the place of Quebec in Canada and the place of French in Canada.